What if the financial struggle you're facing isn't about how much you earn, but about how much you believe you deserve? Imagine for a moment that your bank balance is a direct reflection of your inner world, your beliefs, your fears, and your hidden blocks. Sounds unbelievable? Well, it's the truth. Financial blocks are more than just numbers. They are deeply rooted in your mindset, often shaped by past experiences and ingrained beliefs. So what's holding you back from unlocking the wealth and abundance you truly deserve? What if I told you that overcoming these blocks doesn't require more hustle, more hours, or more sacrifices? It requires something deeper, a shift, a transformation, a mindset shift that frees you from the invisible chains holding you back. But how do you make that happen? The truth is, most people are trapped in their own financial limitations without even realizing it. They work hard but never seem to get ahead. They earn more but their expenses always seem to match. What's the missing piece? It's not about what you do, but about what you believe and how you perceive money. Money is not just a number, it's energy, and it's attracted to your mindset. If your mindset is blocked, so is your money flow. Stay with me till the end and I'll show you the steps to break free from those financial blocks permanently. No more living paycheck to paycheck. No more feeling like you're chasing a dream that's just out of reach. It's time to rewire your money story. Let's dive into the real reason you've been stuck and how to turn it around, starting today. Ever wondered why, no matter how hard you work, your financial progress feels like it's stuck in neutral? The answer might surprise you. It's not about the amount of money you're earning, but rather the hidden beliefs and past experiences you're carrying with you. These invisible blocks, often rooted in childhood or past financial setbacks, can shape how you view and handle money in adulthood. Imagine being raised in a household where money was always scarce, or where the phrase "money doesn't grow on trees" was heard repeatedly. That mindset could have been subconsciously planted in your brain, setting the stage for a scarcity-driven approach to finances. Even as an adult, you may find yourself avoiding money-related conversations or fearing financial risk, all because of past conditioning that created an emotional barrier. The psychological side of money is just as crucial. It's easy to ignore how deeply our self-worth is tied to financial success. People often associate their value with how much money they have or don't have, believing that being wealthy equates to being worthy. If this belief takes root, it can create constant pressure, leading to stress, guilt, or even self-sabotage whenever you try to grow your wealth. Emotions like fear, shame, or guilt around money are common but often go unnoticed. When you attach negative emotions to financial matters, it creates an unhealthy cycle where you push money away instead of welcoming it into your life. Identifying and addressing these emotional barriers is crucial because they're often the root cause of why you find it difficult to break through to financial freedom. It's time to acknowledge that financial freedom starts not with the numbers in your bank account, but with the way you view, feel, and think about money. Understanding these deep-rooted causes is the first step to freeing yourself from them. What if everything you believe about money is wrong? What if your beliefs are the very thing standing between you and financial success? For most of us, money is surrounded by deeply ingrained beliefs, beliefs that were formed long before we could even understand the power of wealth. These beliefs, whether learned from parents, society, or our own experiences, can hold us back from attracting the financial abundance we desire. Think about the phrases you've heard throughout your life. Money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are greedy, or you have to work yourself to the bone to make money. These statements, often said in passing, form the foundation of your money mindset. They create limiting beliefs that tell you that money is scarce, that it's hard to come by, or that you don't deserve it. But the reality is, these beliefs are not facts. They are just opinions that have been passed down, and they no longer serve your financial growth. To change your financial reality, you need to challenge and replace these limiting beliefs. Instead of thinking, "I'll never be able to afford that," start telling yourself, "I am worthy of financial abundance, and I have the power to create it." Shift your language from scarcity to abundance. Positive affirmations like "money flows easily to me," or "I attract opportunities for wealth and success" will slowly reprogram your subconscious mind, leading to a more open, abundant approach to money. When you change your internal dialogue, you start seeing opportunities that you might have missed before. Money is a tool, not an enemy. By replacing negative beliefs with positive affirmations, you're inviting a new reality where wealth isn't something you chase, it's something that naturally flows to you. It's time to rewrite your money story, one affirmation at a time. Ever wonder why you can't seem to hold on to money no matter how much you make? The key might lie in the patterns you've developed over time, patterns that dictate how you spend, save, and invest. Understanding these patterns is the first step toward transforming your relationship with money. Take a moment and reflect. What are your immediate reactions when you get paid? Do you rush to spend, or do you find yourself holding on to your money, unsure of how to use it? Your financial behavior isn't random, it's shaped by years of habits, emotions, and learned patterns. For instance, if you've grown accustomed to splurging on treats whenever you feel stressed, you've likely conditioned yourself to associate spending with emotional relief. Or perhaps you're someone who avoids checking bank balances, fearing that doing so will only highlight financial instability. These automatic behaviors can trap you in a cycle where you're reacting to money rather than taking control of it. This is where awareness comes in. When you take the time to analyze your financial habits, you start to uncover hidden patterns that are either helping or hindering your financial progress. Are you constantly living paycheck to paycheck, even with a decent income? This might be a sign that your spending habits need an overhaul. Or maybe you're overly cautious about saving, never taking the leap to invest your money for growth. This might indicate a fear of risk or an insecurity about your financial knowledge. Once you identify these habits, the next step is to examine whether they align with your long-term financial goals. If your pattern is one of impulse spending, ask yourself, is this purchase going to bring me closer to my financial dreams, or is it a temporary fix? On the other hand, if you've been avoiding investing out of fear, ask, what can I learn to make smarter financial decisions and make my money work for me? Recognizing your patterns is powerful because it gives you the insight to change them. You're not bound to repeat past behaviors. Instead, you can consciously choose habits that align with your financial goals, such as budgeting with purpose, setting up automatic savings, and learning about investment opportunities. The way you handle money today doesn't have to be the way you handle money tomorrow. It's in your hands to rewrite the narrative and create a healthier, more empowered relationship with your finances. What if your financial situation wasn't limited by your current circumstances, but by how you see the world around you? A growth mindset isn't just about improving your skills, it's about shifting your entire perspective on money and opportunity. When you change the way you think, your financial reality begins to shift as well. Consider this: a person with a scarcity mindset believes that resources are limited. They might say things like, "There's never enough money," or "It's so hard to get ahead." This perspective keeps them trapped in a cycle of fear and competition, always feeling as if there's not enough to go around. Every decision is made from a place of protection, holding on to what they have because they believe more won't come. The irony: scarcity breeds scarcity. The more you focus on what you lack, the more you attract a sense of lacking. On the flip side, those with a growth mindset see the world through a lens of abundance. They understand that opportunities are everywhere and that money is just one form of energy that can flow freely. People with this mindset know that hard work, learning, and persistence can unlock unlimited potential. Instead of seeing a financial setback as a dead end, they view it as a lesson, a stepping stone toward greater success. The key to developing this mindset is to stop seeing money as something scarce and start seeing it as something abundant and accessible. Shift your thinking from "I can't afford this" to "How can I make this happen?" This simple change in language can unlock your creativity and resourcefulness, opening doors to new opportunities. When you start looking at every situation as a chance to grow, you begin to notice opportunities you might have missed before, whether it's a new side hustle, an investment opportunity, or a skill you can develop to increase your income. Abundance thinking also invites gratitude into the equation. When you focus on what you already have rather than what you don't, you naturally attract more of what you want. The universe responds to positivity and optimism, and that energy flows into your financial life as well. In essence, a growth mindset isn't just a way of thinking, it's a way of living. It shifts your entire approach to money, helping you see challenges as opportunities and reinforcing the belief that the financial freedom you desire is within your reach. The moment you choose to adopt this mindset, everything changes. What if the reason you're not seeing financial progress isn't because of a lack of income, but because your goals are too vague or non-existent? Setting clear, actionable financial goals isn't just a nice to have, it's the backbone of financial success. Without a roadmap, you're driving blind. The clarity you gain from well-defined goals gives you direction, motivation, and a tangible way to track your progress. Imagine this: you want to save $10,000 by the end of the year. That's a specific number, but it's also just a starting point. Without a clear plan on how to achieve it, that goal could remain a distant dream. But when you break it down into manageable chunks, saving $833 per month or $200 per week, it transforms from an overwhelming number to an achievable target. This shift from big abstract dreams to specific measurable actions is what makes all the difference. A key element of goal setting is ensuring that your goals are both realistic and attainable. It's tempting to set lofty targets, but without considering your current financial situation, you may end up feeling discouraged when you don't reach them. For instance, if you're earning $3,000 per month, saving $5,000 a month might not be feasible, and that's okay. Instead, focus on what is achievable, whether it's building an emergency fund, paying off credit card debt, or investing for long-term growth. The key is to stretch yourself, but not to the point of frustration or burnout. A solid financial goal should also have a timeline. A goal without a deadline is just a wish. Without time constraints, there's no urgency, and the goal becomes easy to push aside. Whether it's 6 months, 1 year, or 5 years, giving your goals a deadline forces you to take action. The timeline helps you break down the steps you need to take each day, week, and month to stay on track. The beauty of setting clear goals is that they turn financial aspirations into a concrete plan. Each step becomes part of a larger journey, and with each small victory along the way, you gain the confidence and motivation to push further. When you know exactly where you're headed and how to get there, nothing can stop you. What if the key to financial freedom isn't about making more money, but about learning to manage what you already have? Many people believe that budgeting is restrictive and tedious, but the truth is, a solid budget is a powerful tool that gives you control over your money and unlocks the potential to grow your wealth. Think of budgeting as the blueprint for your financial life. Without it, you're building on a shaky foundation, hoping your finances will fall into place. But when you take the time to track your income and expenses, you create a clear picture of where your money is going and where it could be better utilized. This isn't just about limiting your spending, it's about making your money work for you. Start by tracking all your income sources. This includes your salary, side hustles, or any other form of cash flow. Once you have a clear picture of how much you're earning, it's time to assess your spending. This is where many people go wrong. They think they're spending less than they are. Start by categorizing your expenses: fixed costs like rent and utilities, discretionary spending like entertainment or dining out, and savings or investments. By knowing exactly where your money is going, you can make more intentional decisions about where to cut back and where to prioritize. A good budgeting system doesn't just help you track, it also helps you save. Create a savings plan that aligns with your financial goals. Whether it's an emergency fund, retirement savings, or a big purchase, automating your savings ensures you're paying yourself first before any other expense. You can start with small amounts and gradually increase the savings as your financial situation improves. The key is consistency and discipline. Also, don't forget to build in flexibility. Life is unpredictable, and your budget should be able to adapt to unexpected expenses without derailing your overall financial goals. By periodically reviewing your budget, you ensure that it stays aligned with your evolving needs and goals. When you have a clear, well-organized budgeting and saving plan, you gain more than just financial stability. You gain the confidence to take control of your money and the freedom to make choices that align with your financial future. What if the difference between financial success and struggle wasn't about working harder, but about knowing more? Financial literacy is the bridge that connects where you are to where you want to be. Understanding the basics of money, how it works, where it comes from, and how to make it grow can completely change the way you approach your finances. Imagine trying to navigate through life without a map. That's what it's like when you make financial decisions without understanding the terms, concepts, and strategies that underpin them. Terms like interest rates, inflation, asset allocation, or compound interest may seem overwhelming at first, but once you break them down, they become the building blocks of smarter financial choices. The more you learn, the more you realize that financial success isn't some secret reserved for the rich. It's about making informed, strategic decisions. Take investing, for example. Understanding the difference between stocks, bonds, and mutual funds can guide you in building a diversified portfolio. Without that knowledge, you might make risky or uninformed choices that hinder your financial growth. Similarly, grasping concepts like credit scores, debt management, and tax strategies will help you make decisions that not only protect your wealth, but allow it to grow. But financial literacy isn't just about learning terms, it's about applying that knowledge to your real-world decisions. Whether it's deciding which retirement plan suits you, understanding the terms of a loan, or learning how to maximize tax deductions, every piece of knowledge you gain leads to smarter choices. Start small. Pick one topic, dive into it, and then move to the next. Little by little, you'll build a solid foundation that enables you to take control of your financial future with confidence. What if the greatest obstacle standing between you and financial success isn't a lack of resources, but the heavy emotional baggage you carry around money. Fear, guilt, and shame are powerful emotions that can trap you in a cycle of self-sabotage, preventing you from truly embracing financial abundance. These feelings don't just affect your spending habits, they influence how you see yourself and your ability to thrive. Let's start with fear. Fear of failure, fear of not being good enough, or even fear of success can create a barrier that keeps you stuck. It's easy to think that avoiding financial risk will protect you, but in reality, that very avoidance can prevent growth. You might shy away from opportunities or avoid making important decisions because you're terrified of the outcome. But here's the truth: growth happens outside of your comfort zone. Every successful person has had to face fear and take calculated risks. Recognizing that fear is just a feeling, one that can be managed, can empower you to move forward. Then there's guilt. Perhaps you feel guilty when you spend money on yourself, as if you don't deserve it, or worse, feel like you're doing something wrong by wanting more. Many people grew up with the belief that money is the root of all evil or that wealth is only for the greedy. These beliefs often create a deep sense of guilt around prosperity. But the reality is that wealth itself is neutral. It's how you use it that matters. By releasing guilt, you free yourself to embrace financial success as a tool for personal growth, giving back, and building a better future. Shame can also play a significant role. If you've ever experienced financial struggles, mistakes, or setbacks, you may carry shame about those experiences. You might feel like you're not good with money, or that you're unworthy of financial success because of past mistakes. But your financial history doesn't define your future. Every successful individual has faced challenges. What matters is your ability to learn, adapt, and grow from them. Releasing these negative emotions isn't a one-time task, it's an ongoing process. Start by recognizing when fear, guilt, or shame arises, and then challenge those feelings. Replace negative thoughts with empowering affirmations like, "I deserve financial success," or "Money is a tool that helps me grow and help others." Over time, you'll notice a shift in how you view money, not as something to fear or feel guilty about, but as an opportunity to build the life you deserve. What if your financial future could be influenced by the people you surround yourself with? You've probably heard the saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." When it comes to money, this couldn't be more true. The people in your life, whether consciously or unconsciously, play a significant role in shaping your mindset and attitudes toward wealth. If you want to transform your financial situation, you need to make a deliberate choice to surround yourself with positive financial influences. Imagine being in a room full of people who are financially successful, individuals who not only talk about their achievements, but also share the strategies, mindsets, and habits that got them there. Their energy, ideas, and actions can inspire you to think bigger and take bolder steps in your own financial journey. Whether it's through mentorship, networking, or community, being around successful individuals can challenge your own limiting beliefs and open your eyes to new opportunities you may not have considered before. But it's not just about finding the rich people to be around. It's about connecting with those who have a growth mindset, a passion for learning, and a willingness to share knowledge. A mentor who has walked the path you're on can be an invaluable resource, offering guidance and insight from their own experiences. They've faced the same challenges and overcome similar obstacles, and their wisdom can save you from costly mistakes. Even if you don't have access to a one-on-one mentor, engaging with online communities or financial groups can provide the support and motivation you need to keep moving forward. The key here is to stay motivated and inspired by the people who are committed to financial growth. These positive influences will push you to stay disciplined with your goals, challenge your old financial habits, and keep you accountable. And the best part? When you start seeing your own growth and success, you'll naturally inspire others in your circle, creating a cycle of positivity and progress. Choosing the right people to be around isn't just about networking. It's about intentionally surrounding yourself with those who elevate your financial mindset, offer new perspectives, and encourage you to take your financial future seriously. You have the power to shape your financial reality, and one of the quickest ways to do that is by learning from those who have already achieved what you're striving for. What if the best investment you could make isn't in stocks or real estate, but in yourself? The most successful people aren't those with the most resources. They're the ones who prioritize personal growth and never stop learning. Whether it's financial education or personal development, investing in yourself is the key to unlocking long-term success. Consider this: every new skill, book, or course you take on expands your potential. The financial world is constantly evolving, and to stay ahead, you must commit to learning continuously. This doesn't just mean understanding the technicalities of investing or budgeting. It's also about strengthening your emotional intelligence, your leadership skills, and your resilience in the face of setbacks. The more you grow as a person, the more equipped you become to make sound financial decisions and handle challenges with confidence. Personal development isn't just for your professional life, it positively impacts your financial life as well. Developing habits like time management, goal setting, and strategic thinking will enable you to take smarter, more effective actions. By continually pushing yourself to improve, you open the door to new opportunities, whether that's in your career, your side projects, or your financial investments. It's important to remember that growth doesn't always mean instant results. Sometimes the most valuable lessons are the ones that take time to unfold. By committing to lifelong learning, you build a solid foundation that not only enhances your finances but also enriches your life as a whole. Investing in personal growth isn't just about acquiring knowledge, it's about transforming into a version of yourself capable of handling whatever comes your way, financially and beyond. The more you learn, the more you earn, and the more you evolve into the person who attracts success. What if the key to achieving financial freedom isn't about making one big leap, but about taking small, consistent steps every day? The road to financial stability isn't paved with overnight success stories, it's built on daily actions that accumulate over time. The power of taking consistent, focused action lies in its compounding effect. It might seem slow at first, but over time those small steps can lead to massive progress. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the big picture. Saving for retirement, paying off debt, investing, and achieving financial independence can all feel like distant dreams. But when you break it down into manageable actions, it becomes much more achievable. Whether it's setting aside a small percentage of your income each week, reviewing your spending habits, or reading a financial article each day, these daily habits build a foundation that leads to long-term success. But it's not just about finding the rich people to be around. It's about connecting with those who have a growth mindset, a passion for learning, and a willingness to share knowledge. A mentor who has walked the path you're on can be an invaluable resource, offering guidance and insight from their own experiences. They've faced the same challenges and overcome similar obstacles, and their wisdom can save you from costly mistakes. Even if you don't have access to a one-on-one mentor, engaging with online communities or financial groups can provide the support and motivation you need to keep moving forward. The key here is to stay motivated and inspired by the people who are committed to financial growth. These positive influences will push you to stay disciplined with your goals, challenge your old financial habits, and keep you accountable. And the best part? When you start seeing your own growth and success, you'll naturally inspire others in your circle, creating a cycle of positivity and progress. Choosing the right people to be around isn't just about networking, it's about intentionally surrounding yourself with those who elevate your financial mindset, offer new perspectives, and encourage you to take your financial future seriously. You have the power to shape your financial reality, and one of the quickest ways to do that is by learning from those who have already achieved what you're striving for. What if the best investment you could make isn't in stocks or real estate, but in yourself? The most successful people aren't those with the most resources, they're the ones who prioritize personal growth and never stop learning. Whether it's financial education or personal development, investing in yourself is the key to unlocking long-term success. Consider this: every new skill, book, or course you take on expands your potential. The financial world is constantly evolving, and to stay ahead, you must commit to learning continuously. This doesn't just mean understanding the technicalities of investing or budgeting, it's also about strengthening your emotional intelligence, your leadership skills, and your resilience in the face of setbacks. The more you grow as a person, the more equipped you become to make sound financial decisions and handle challenges with confidence. Personal development isn't just for your professional life, it positively impacts your financial life as well. Developing habits like time management, goal setting, and strategic thinking will enable you to take smarter, more effective actions. By continually pushing yourself to improve, you open the door to new opportunities, whether that's in your career, your side projects, or your financial investments. It's important to remember that growth doesn't always mean instant results. Sometimes the most valuable lessons are the ones that take time to unfold. By committing to lifelong learning, you build a solid foundation that not only enhances your finances but also enriches your life as a whole. Investing in personal growth isn't just about acquiring knowledge, it's about transforming into a version of yourself capable of handling whatever comes your way, financially and beyond. The more you learn, the more you earn, and the more you evolve into the person who attracts success. What if the key to achieving financial freedom isn't about making one big leap, but about taking small, consistent steps every day? The road to financial stability isn't paved with overnight success stories, it's built on daily actions that accumulate over time. The power of taking consistent, focused action lies in its compounding effect. It might seem slow at first, but over time, those small steps can lead to massive progress. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the big picture. Saving for retirement, paying off debt, investing, and achieving financial independence can all feel like distant dreams. But when you break it down into manageable actions, it becomes much more achievable. Whether it's setting aside a small percentage of your income each week, reviewing your spending habits, or reading a financial article each day, these daily habits build a foundation that leads to long-term success.